Hello friends, my name is Jess and welcome to my YouTube channel. So if you guys have been here before, you will have noticed that it's been 4 months since I've uploaded a video. I will get into all of that in a few seconds, but I wanted to come on here and say the main reason that I'm making this video is because I'm out of a job for at least 2 weeks, looking like possibly 8 weeks, and that is because of the coronavirus. So I do work at both of the theme parks. I work at Disney and I work at Universal. I'm just gonna put it out here at the beginning of this video because I know that's why a lot of you guys clicked. In the news, it has said that employees are being paid, while some of them are, some of us are not. And this is nothing against the companies, because in all actuality, they don't really have a reason to be paying people like me, because I'm a seasonal team member and cast member at both of the parks. So I'm not on the schedule and I didn't have any shifts on the schedule for when the parks closed. So when they announced the closing, they announced that people that were scheduled or people that are full-time will be being paid out for this time. I'm not one of those people, and it's not without lack of trying that I've been trying to have a higher status with both of the companies that I work for, but it just hasn't been my time yet. And unfortunately, I'm not the only one that this has happened to. And again, this is nothing against the companies. I love both companies that I work for, but it's a really scary time for people that don't have specific work right now. I'm not having any income until the parks open again, so we're stressed. So this was not exactly the video that I wanted to like reopen my channel with. I've been working on a lot of rebranding stuff over the past couple months, and I had a lot of really good ideas about how to, like, you know, make this such a cool new video, new style of things that I was gonna do on my YouTube channel, more artistic and all of that stuff. So I did put it off because I had my camera in the shop, my good camera. This is my vlogging camera, still works, but it's not like my DSLR that I love to use. So that's still in the shop, but you know, I had all these big ideas of the cool new shots and artistic stuff I was gonna get. You know, sometimes life happens, and I don't want to say that I'm coming back to YouTube for the sole fact that I don't have another job, but I'm looking at this as a positive of I don't have another job. Right now, YouTube is my full-time job. So what better time to come back to YouTube than when I am in a struggle bus? So that's where we're at. And this is not just about money, and it's mostly not about money. It's mostly about coming back on here and not having an excuse to not make videos for you guys anymore, because I came up with lots of excuses the past 4 months of just kind of trying to be a perfectionist. And while that might have worked if I had my fancy camera and time to go out and do things and take you guys with me, I'm currently quarantined in my apartment, not because I'm sick, but because, you know, the world is kind of on a quarantine right now, which is really scary and very I've been telling my friends I feel like I'm in a dystopian novel, and I just kind of like am reading and I'm getting to the part where I'm getting stressed and I would really just like to shut the book and go out and do something, go to Disney World, but I can't right now, and that's very, very strange. Ryan, my roommate, and I sat out on our balcony last night and watched the Magic Kingdom fireworks while we like queued up the music that was supposed to be playing at the time, and we watched the fireworks for the last time and who knows how long. So I guess that's kind of the intro to this video. This one's gonna be kind of all over the place. I'm not gonna try to make it too long because I did just want this to be like a re-intro back into, you know, who I am, what's going on. But what's going on right now is really scary, and we're just out here trying to put some creativity into the world and honestly trying to have a source of income for myself. So in going along with that, before I go into like what I've been doing, I did want to propose something for you guys, and that is to do some live streams once or twice a week for the next couple weeks. I have a lot of time, so I would figure out a day to do a live stream and then do the live stream. And through live streams, you are able to make donations, and while I don't want to take donations for nothing because I feel icky about that, and I feel like while I am not employed, and I guess I should be more willing to take gifts from people, which it just doesn't sit right with me. So in this circumstance of possibly doing a live stream, and you know, there are donations in there, maybe for a certain amount of donation, like $1, I'll do it for cheap. I will sing a song. I'll do a cover of a song during the live stream that you suggest, shout you out. I don't know if that's something you guys are interested in. I'm also looking at getting a cameo. I've already done the application process, so I'm just kind of waiting for that to go through if it does, but I know that that can sometimes be tricky. So I'm basically just trying to find different sources of income for me right now, because yeah, I'm scared. I've got a little bit of savings, but savings runs out if you don't have a job. So that's where we're at. But let me just hop into like what we've been doing the past like 4 months and avoid talking about what has happened this week because now I'm stressed again. So the last time I filmed a video for you guys, it was in November, and it was like my second week of NaNoWriMo. So NaNoWriMo is National Novel Writing Month. It's in November, and the goal of National Novel Writing Month is to write 50,000 words in 1 month, which is a lot. And it was a really interesting task for me to try to tackle because I've never tried to do anything like that before. But I do know that I have pretty good time management skills and all of the things, and I'm a fast writer and all of that, but it was hard, and I left you guys off kind of midway through that. But I did want to say that I did finish it, and I actually did write 50,000 words in 30 days, which I felt so cool about. And I bought myself my little NaNoWriMo t-shirt that I promised myself if I were to complete it. So I am currently at 57,000-ish words of a book that I'm writing. It's called We Are All Stars, and I, to be honest, have not looked at it since November. So with this free time, aside from making content for you guys, I'm also going to be working and plugging away on that book because I do want to get it finished. Like right now it's not finished, and while I finished the goal of 50,000 words, it still has a good chunk left to go. So I'm gonna be rereading what I've written and then plugging away on that so that hopefully, maybe, possibly it could be out later this year. I think that might be too close of a turnaround. But then again, I don't know how long I'm gonna be out of work, so I might have a lot of free time on my hands. So a couple of you guys also asked me about my ice skating, how that's been going. As of right now, I am not doing ice skating, and not just because of the closures. I told myself I was gonna do it with the new year and just kind of got busy, and that's just how life goes. But back when I was doing it, I think I started in September, I ended up skipping 2 levels, and I got up to beta level, I believe, which is like the second or the third level. You do pre-alpha, alpha, and beta. Started at pre-alpha, got up to beta, which is basically doing forward crossovers if you guys don't know ice skating, which I don't think most of you do. But I was really proud of myself because I worked really hard, and I'm mad at myself because I was struggling for a while, and I'm like, why am I not able to do this? And a lot of it is just fear of falling, and that is a metaphor for life and also just an ice skating thing. But I ended up getting my blades sharpened like the day before we had our like final exam, and then I could do everything. Who knew you needed sharpened blades to skate across ice? I apparently did not. So going into the end of November as well, I actually got a new job. I worked past tense, at Orange Theory, which is a fitness studio. They have like classes and stuff. There's Orange Theories around everywhere, literally everywhere. And I worked there at the front desk for 4 months-ish, 4 months. I quit like last week. Like it was a very, very recent leave. I put in my 2 weeks at the end of February and worked my last shift about a week ago. It's funny because a lot of you guys, when I was talking about how I'm kind of out of a job on Instagram, one of you, I don't remember her name, but she was like, oh, at least you have Orange Theory, and I was like, lol, I quit, which I guess wasn't the best timing, but it needed to happen. I really, really liked that job. However, I was always tired. I didn't have enough time to like recoup of my exhaustion because I was just working so much, which is laughable because now I'm not working at all. But I was just working too much, and I was always tired, and I noticed I was getting sick a lot. I had a sinus infection that lasted about 3 months before I finally went to urgent care to go get antibiotics, and it was gone within like 10 days. So who knew modern medicine is the greatest? But going back to Orange Theory, I worked there for a couple months, and honestly, I want to say, like, I don't want to like put all of my, you know, blame on one thing, but I think working there was a main reason as to why I didn't upload for a while, in that, you know, I was tired. I would work like super early mornings. I'd get up at 3:30, be there at 4:30, and it just didn't work for me personally. Nothing against the company. I really liked it. I really liked the classes, but yeah, that was a part of my life that you guys missed, so I thought I would share that. As for other things, I've just kind of been trekking along, working at Universal and Disney a lot. Like I said earlier in the video, I'm a sub or seasonal at both of the parks. I'm a performer at both, and a singer specifically at Walt Disney World, which I love. It is my dream job, and I think one of the hardest parts about this closure that we don't know how long it's gonna last. And they've said 2 weeks, but the CDC is recommending 8 weeks of just like closure. So I'm freaking out, and not just because of money, but because singing and making people happy and doing that type of art is something that like sets my soul on fire. Like it's my thing. It's what I've always gone back to when I, you know, feel sad is I love performing. It is the biggest rush, and it's gonna be really hard to not have that for the foreseeable future. So I think doing live streams and making videos for you guys and working on a lot of creative things that I just haven't had time for is gonna be really nice and kind of set my mind away from the fact that I'm not making any money right now. But again, like I said before, I do want to try to tap into those income streams that I can, you know, work not exactly full-time hours, but work full-time, well, I guess full-time hours, just not full-time pay right now, but work doing YouTube and doing social media because I really like it, and I just really haven't had time. So I think this is a really good excuse, and I'm trying not to think about, you know, monetary things. And I think that's hard when you're in a system of, you know, I haven't been living paycheck to paycheck. I have been, you know, saving money and stuff, so I've got a little bit, but it's hard when, you know, you work all the time for the hope of a vacation, for the hope that you can treat yourself to go out a few more times a week, and you're gonna have to delve into that savings now because you have to survive, you have to pay rent. And you know what? I don't have it that hard. I really don't. A lot of people are either not financially stable or they're not in a good health position where the virus is gonna affect them. I feel pretty good about my own health where I don't think it will. I think I'll be okay if I do get it, but that doesn't mean that I couldn't give it to somebody else who it wouldn't go over well. Like I'm not going home to visit my parents for a good while because I work at the theme parks, and the chances of me having been exposed to this with how off the counts are right now with who has it because nobody can get tested, it's a very high chance that I'm probably already carrying it, to be honest. I don't have any symptoms, but you gotta wait 2 weeks for them to even show up, and I think that's a scary thing. But I don't want to make this video too long. We're already at like over 12 minutes, and I just kind of want to talk in here and update you guys about what's going on. I also wanted to ask for any video suggestions that you guys have because I have a lot of time now, and I've got a list on my phone of a bunch of them. Oh, people are retweeting things I've tweeted on Twitter. Go follow me on Twitter also. I'm super active on there right now, as I'm active on anything because I don't have anything else to do. Here, let me go back to what I was saying. If you have any video suggestions, please leave them below. I've got a list already going on my phone of a bunch of things that you guys have suggested in the past, and I'm gonna add more and more to that. Please don't ask me to go do fun things in Orlando as one of the suggestions because I can't. I'm stuck in my apartment. Me and Ryan might go out to go get food, and by food I mean like grab Whole Foods, use a bunch of hand sanitizer, bring it back home. We're just kind of trying to stay in and stay healthy and see where this takes us. 2020 has not been the easiest year for anybody, so I just want to leave you guys with the fact that this won't last forever. It will not. It will end and things will get better. The parks will reopen. I will have my jobs again. But as for now, we're going to make the most of this really strange dystopian situation and try to make the world better. I saw somebody repost on Facebook, I think it was earlier today. So after the bubonic plague, after the Black Death, a long time ago, I couldn't tell you the exact years, I'm so sorry. But after that major health worldwide crisis where millions of people died, like really bad. After that was when the Renaissance happened. And if you guys don't know the Renaissance, it was a complete rebirth of art, of music, of theater, of painting, of everything. So this is not the end of the arts industry, as I know a lot of you guys are really worried about with Broadway being closed and with tourism, you know, being halted. But this is not the end. This is just a pause, and it will be done. It will get over it. We'll get through it, and we'll get through it together. So that's all I have to say. My foot is falling asleep because I'm propped up on my foot to have a good level. I'm gonna try to figure out a better filming situation here. But as for now, I'm gonna leave you guys with that. If you guys aren't already, go ahead and follow me on Instagram. I'm a lot more active on there. I'm gonna try to post multiple times a week on YouTube now that I have all this time. But I definitely do post more on Instagram. So go ahead, check me out on there. I'm also on Twitter, like I said before. And again, leave your suggestions for videos or things you'd like to see in the comments, and let me know if that live stream situation would be of interest to any of you guys, because like I said, I have a lot of free time and am trying to figure out ways to make an income, to be perfectly honest. So let me know all your things in the comments below. I'm really excited to read all of them and give myself something to do. But with that, I will see you guys in my next video, and I'll see you guys on Instagram, and stay safe, stay inside, stay quarantined, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Woke up from a whisper, collared shirt down.